Love letters I never sent out. You know, when I think about us, the only thing that keeps me sane and anywhere near okay is that one cliche phrase that everyone loves to say. You know the one. The whole everything happens for a reason. Which, by the way, is something I don't really believe in, because that would imply that no one will ever lose the best person that they're ever going to find. And I know plenty of people that are living with regret because they just can't seem to forget about an ex, including myself. You know that feeling when you're with a person, but deep down, you really wish they were somebody else? Yeah, it's misery. And I don't need Scooby-Doo and the gang to come help solve this mystery. I know exactly what happened. But that doesn't necessarily mean I understand it. See, you have been implanted into so many things that I love. So now what used to make me smile brings me sadness. Yeah, it's madness. How can I forget her or move past this when so many of my actions can now be connected to memories of us that I no longer want to bask in? Oh yeah, and my friends, they just love asking me if I still think about you. Usually around the time when I finally feel like I'm doing good without you. Thanks for that, by the way. You know, it's like a reality check that I no longer have the emotional currency left to cash because I'm too busy drowning in heartbroken debt. And the women out here can't loan me the love I need because they have no interest in giving me the affection I used to get. But I give them credit for trying. Now I'm lying. I have nothing left to give because I put everything that I possessed into us. You were my only stock, and I saw no reason to diversify my portfolio. I put all my eggs into one basket. So I guess it's only natural that when our relationship's market began crashing, that I would fall into a Great Depression. But this is a different kind of recession. You know, I was under the impression that relationships were similar to ATM machines, meaning that whatever I put in, I could most certainly withdraw, but I gave it my all. So how come you couldn't give me at least half of what I invested when I gave you the PIN? I guess the passcode to my phone wasn't enough. I guess always posting us must have felt like a bluff. I guess the strength that I used to move mountains for us wasn't enough to even make you budge. For lack of a better word, you just didn't give up. Man, this is tough. You know, when I met you, you told me about all the things you went through with your ex. And you looked at me and said, please promise that you won't be anything like him. Which obviously I did. But it's interesting because looking back at it, I should have made you promise that. Because everything you said he put you through, you literally did to me. Now, you're not the first person to do that. I just ignored the red flag because I know how it feels to be pushed away by someone you genuinely want to make happy. You know, the truth is, I gave you more than every and anyone else combined. So I foolishly believed that the idea of me being sad would kill you. But apparently it gave you life, because I just can't seem to find a reason to justify why you always had to make me cry. They said if you knew better, you would do better, right? So if that's the case, what's your excuse for all this emotional abuse? Because every time I approached you about your transgressions, you were never confused. Too smart to play stupid, I swear I hate Cupid. Even when I caught you, your first response was always, I ain't do it. Slowly followed by apologies. With angry tones and frustrated honesty. It's almost like you were mad at me and punishing me because you didn't get away with your wrong. But no matter how hard the adventure was, I always decided to tag along, so I can't really get mad at the lyrics when I keep playing the same song. You know, sometimes I wonder if it was real. And I don't mean if you were truthful about how you feel. I'm just saying that it feels like a blur. And things always look different in your vision when you see them from a distance. Am I going crazy? Am I tripping? I mean, the more I gave, the less I was given. The more I begged, the less you would listen. And when I finally decided to throw the towel in, you were the one who did not agree with quitting. You are my everything and nothing at the same time. So every night I pray for your karma to be kind and to not make you pay for the pain and damage we left behind.